I don't use these kinds of cleaners anymore. And I asked AI to help me with my executive function. And it helped me. You know, the due date for the dishes is every day, right? What are you going to think about this? If you guys have any ideas or help for me, I would love that. Good morning. Today, after the clean routine, I'm going to talk about something that's been holding me up a little bit. A little. I've been aware of this, kind of trying to tackle it, but not. Oh, quick clean here. It's time to clean the toilet today. If you can, get brushes with this little thing that pokes up. That gets right under the rim really well. Garbage. This is a basket where when I have rags, I just throw them in here until I have a full load. And I'll start that load after I've finished with my kitchen. I wiped my counters and dried the dishes and put them all away. And I forgot to press the record button. But anyway, there. Mostly put away. Well, let's put away these parts. Under here, is the garlic. I need a garlic keeper. Produce that we brought in. This also needs to be kept dark. And this should not be kept in a bag. So, this is temporary. To reduce the amount of cups that go through, we have little rubber bands. And I use these garbage bags. Okay, I used these rags and this. That's my daily kitchen routine. Wasn't quite daily. We had a weekend. We had a weekend at a convention. And in preparation for that convention, one of our kids had been making costumes like crazy, and she used my sewing machine. So now it's time to put that away too. So this is not daily, but I got to get it done before I can sit down and talk with you about what's been blocking me. Well, the table's cleared. Some of that belongs to other people in the household. I'll let them take care of that. Okay, now put these in. A lot of grossness is in there, so. Okay. And to be warm. I found this in the garage. I had gotten it a few years ago. I'm sure these things still work. But it's just, I don't use these kinds of cleaners anymore. And I'm wondering what I should do with it, you know? Just throwing it away feels wasteful to me also. I hope the daily cleaning routine is helpful for you. If it is, give me a comment. Do you want me to keep doing it? I've even thought about doing daily cleaning, like daily every weekday at least. They would be a lot shorter, but if that would be helpful, you know, having little daily clean with me videos, tell me below. So for now though, I am going to work on what I'm trying to do to help take control of my home. So the difficulty that I have is time management. And maybe not even so much time management as mind management. Like I have a lot of things to do. They're all mostly in my house. Even my work is here at home. How do I make sure I'm doing everything that I need to do and keep a balance? Let's look at some of my solutions that I've been working with. I have like 100 tabs on in my browser, of course. I've used AI. So this is ChatGPT. And I asked AI to help me with my executive function. And it helped me. Improving executive function. Uh, I'm like, but what can I focus on? One time I just said, I have so many things to do, and I'm scatterbrained, and I can't figure out what to do. And it suggested a brain dump. So I did a brain dump. That was really good. Just write down everything that I need to do and then go through it and prioritize. I think that might be a really good thing as part of a morning routine, right? Brain dump everything that I need to do. And what's on my mind, what's bothering me. And brain dumps like that could be really good journal entries, right? Just brain dump. And then take that information and prioritize, right? That's probably not the only thing to do. I also have been starting this big whole manage my life project. I don't know how intense it's going to be, but a lot of years ago, I did have this really daily, I'm doing this, 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 and this. And I was like, it's so great because I don't have to worry about what I'm doing next in the morning. And then I can do this and then focus on the things that it takes a little bit more creativity to work with. So I've done that. I'm working on that again. I'm on Notion right here. Let's see. Amy at Home. That's my channel. I have my home management. So I have a house management list. Just a minute. Let me get this going so you can have a look at it. So here's my little home management page. And I've got house management. There's not much there. I've just started a table. Don't know what to do with that. Well, I do. I'm going to be putting all my task names down and zones and all that kind of thing. The whole house declutter plan, I've got that as a to-do list. I know there's like lots of people doing lots of things out there, and I could just do what they're doing. But for me, it feels like it might take less time starting from ground zero, trying to figure out how my brain wants to do this because I have ideas. I've looked at them and they're like, eh. So I'm trying it myself. I'm using Notion. I'm not getting paid to promote this. That's just what I'm using right here. And it's free. So that's a good thing. That's why I'm doing it. So kitchen, I need to do the fridge, pantry, spice cupboard, all these different things I need to do to declutter. I haven't even fully finished populating this. My bigger problem really is going into the house management, all the tasks I need to do. There are tasks I need to do daily, weekly, monthly, and I think if I do that, I might not really have yearly tasks. There are some tasks that only need to be done yearly. But I'm not going to crunch them all up and like I have this one day when I'm doing all my yearly tasks. I have a lot of ideas, a lot of things going on, and sometimes it just sticks me, which is why I do the brain dump. I just wanted to tell you a little bit about those challenges that I'm having. Write down a few task names, maybe, let's see, wipe down bathroom, frequency, daily. Now I'm doing this in a table rather than a to-do list because I want to be able to maybe populate a daily to-do list using the information from my table. And so this table, I have a list of the names of everything that I do. Task name, description, frequency, zone, room, due date. See, due date doesn't really work exactly for me because it's not like the due date for the dishes is every day, right? So we're talking about frequencies, when I should have it. But if I have something that I have a particular day of the year or the month that I want to be doing it on, that could be useful, right? Just a month and a day. And in this case, I think it would be more useful to have something like the last Saturday of October, for instance. So I have to figure that out. So I'm working with that, and I'm hoping to get this table set up for myself so that I will be able to manage myself better, because I think if I manage myself better, I'm decluttering my mind, right? I don't have to think, what am I going to do next, until I get to those sections of the day where my creative brain has to be working hard. So if I don't have to think about what I need to do next, then my brain is not suffering from like decision exhaustion. Did you know that's a thing? Choosing exhausts resources in your brain. Decluttering your mind means trying to reduce information overload. That includes deciding what to do, getting rid of like advertising if you can, and making sure that the thoughts in your brain help you become the best you that you are. I'm not saying this very well. Help you become the best you that you can. We always have room for improvement, and that is not just a matter of how we act, but the feeling in our hearts and in our minds. So declutter our mind and declutter our house. So that's what I'm decluttering: my house, decluttering my mind. That's kind of what I'm trying to work on. So let's put a few of these tasks down here. Wipe down bathroom. Daily, let's see. The bathroom's been hard because I am kind of keeping that up, but I'm like, do I need to do the toilet today or the tub or this? So, clean toilet, clean mirror, and deep clean sinks and counter. The reason why I deep clean the sinks and the counter while I do the mirrors, because I pull things out and I can clean in the back, and I don't want to do that twice. So keep that all together. Clean tub, clean toilet, and floor. Clean tub. All right. See, I'm stuck. I want there to be 5 things to do in my bathroom. Then I don't have to do any of the other things on Saturdays and Sundays. Well, clean mirror. All right, I know. 1 declutter task. Okay. And maybe I get 3 days off. A vacuum floor. All right, so zone. Master bedroom and bath. I'm so glad you're here with me, friends, for this. Hit like and subscribe. Now, if I put it up to zone. I vacuum the floor in the master bedroom too. But that is actually almost daily. So that gets rid of that. But if I switch to thinking about this whole zone as something, weekly, that gets me somewhere. See, talking to you friends helps me. Weekly, make bed daily. In the comments below, tell me what kinds of things would you put on your list? Let's think a little bit about the different zones I might have. And where does laundry go in your zones? Laundry is daily, weekdays. So I'll just go to work populating this out, and I'll come back to you and we will talk a little bit about what I've done here. Okay, it just occurred to me that earlier in my life I had a thing where I had monthly and yearly tasks put into my day. So like one day I would do a monthly and a weekly or special, you know. So one of my weekly tasks would be a monthly task, and one of my monthly tasks would be a yearly task. I'm going to implement that right now here in my master bedroom. I'm going to say 1 month, or the monthly task. Monthly task. Weekly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. All right. In my master bedroom and bathroom. Also, I'm making laundry a zone. Okay, so I have been just writing down all the things I have to do, kind of by the area, the zone, kitchen and dining, I've been adding all these in. It's very exciting, and I have found out that if I right click on here, it says turn into database. That's very exciting for me. That means I can make all of this information that I've been writing down into something that I could pull automatically into a to-do list for every day. So databases don't have to be scary. Basically, it's like this table, but now the computer can read it all and can organize it in different ways. That's what databases are for. The computer storing it, organizing it in different ways. Right now, it's just text in a table. And now I'm going to turn it into a database. Let's see how that works. Untitled, the task name. Oh, but when I do that, what I had as my first row is not automatically necessarily the name of the column. So I'm going to make that the name of the column. I really like this. I'm going to continue to do that and then fiddle around with it and try to make it into like a to-do list. So I'll work on that. I'll think about that. And hopefully I can get something that's super easily usable for me. You know, if you guys use Notion too, maybe I'll make it a template that you guys can use too. I'm excited about this. There's a lot of templates out there, and I just looked at them and I was like, I don't know what they're doing there. So, yeah, I'll figure this out. I guess the point of this video is that decluttering your mind is as important as decluttering your house, and decluttering your house is part of the process. You've heard of the term clutter blind. It means that all of the clutter that's around you, you just don't look at it because you're doing what it is you need or you want to be doing. To look at it is, if your brain is looking at it, it's going to process what it needs to do, but it's a mess everywhere. And in your head, all these tasks are like things you need to do that are sitting just piled up all over and not organized. And you have to try to go around and figure them out. And a brain dump is like when you're decluttering any space, you like take it all and you put it all out so you can see it. That's what a brain dump is. So that's why it can be very good to do that. But if we can get ourselves to a point where everything we need to do is like filled out, decided for us already, when we've made those decisions in the past for what we're doing right now already, and we know what we need to do every day, then our tasks are organized. It's not cluttered in our brain, it's organized in our brain. That's why organization can be so good. Even if we're creative, artistic people, if we can take control of the physical clutter and the mental clutter, our creativity can be cleared up. So we don't have to like try to deal with our executive functioning not working. We have created kind of a fix for this outside of our heads. We've created structure. I've tried this a few times in my life, but I think what I'm doing right now is going to stick. And I'm going to be honest, I think it's because I'm doing this journey with you. And I'm writing it all down, I'm taking care of it, and I'm thinking about you. What are you going to think about this? If you guys have any ideas or help for me, I would love that. And is what I'm doing going to help you? Rather than being embarrassed and ashamed of my house, I'm hoping to turn it into, inspiration for other people. Anyway, just know that conquering your mess is not always something that you physically do when you're cleaning and decluttering. Conquering your mess also means working up in your mind and loving yourself while you're doing that, not thinking, I shouldn't be doing this. I don't know how hard this is going to be to edit because I'm just trying to get all my thoughts. They're all in a jumble. I'm just excited about this. Getting all that jumble in my head of everything I need to do, like out there, so I know I don't even have to worry about it. I'm just sitting it down. Sometimes we need a little extra help, have something else control that so that we don't have to think about that. But I think it's important that we be in control of that outside tool that we're using. So that's why this excites me very much. I'm going to continue populating this, and when I'm done, I'll show the whole thing to you. I'll put a link to it, and you guys can change it up however you want. It was so nice being able to talk about this with you around. I hope you enjoyed it too. If you're all the way back here, I guess you did. Go ahead and hit that like button and consider subscribing. Thank you for watching this video. Go conquer your mess.